at the threat of their lives and at the threat of their religion being extinguished, to do translations into Hebrew of these books that he had done. He added innumerable prophecies of the coming of Jesus to the existing Jewish
he also wrote
prophets.
He also wrote First Chronicles and the book Job.
Job is no question. That's another book that's loved by Christian pastors because it's so Christological. Job and Zechariah and the book of Esther and all of these things were written by the Pisos, who wanted to supplant Judaism in every possible way, and they used this way too, by polluting the Jewish writings and changing them around, and the Jews were stuck with them. They could not change them because they were afraid that they will be accused of changing their Jewish Bible and therefore being against history, and they would probably be murdered for that too. The church didn't need many reasons to murder Jews from time to time.
No, they would try to
control their people.
They were afraid the Jewish leadership knew some of this stuff, and they wanted to kill off as many as they could so the secret would die with them.
Whenever the opportunity came along, for 1900 years, the Jews would be the contempt and hatred accumulated by the...
Who wrote Jonah?
Jonah was written by one of the Pisos too. Jonah was written by Fabius Justus, as I recall, and Ruth was written by Pliny the Younger, and these books were forced into the Jewish writings.
Yeah, well, they had no choice. They were defeated people.
They were defeated people, and they were living only at the sufferance of the Romans.
Correct.
And they didn't want to be slaughtered a fourth time, as it was. Half the Jewish population was deliberately cut down to less than half. Went down to from over 8 million people in the Roman Empire down to about 3.5 million at the end of the Third Revolt. And the Jews gave up, and they turned to their own studies, and the men went to study in the daytime, and the women increasingly became going to the market and having stalls in the markets when they could, supporting the families, and they just lived, just basically lived, and until the rise of Islam, they had no place to run away to. Once they were chased out of Rome and out of Spain in 1492, those who could escaped to Turkey and helped the Turks build up their empire. But Jewish history has been very sad, and they've known it, but they don't like to talk about it. Christian history has been very sad for the average person too.
Most of Europe.
2,000 years of mind manipulation.
Well, the Poland was converted to Catholicism after they killed 100 or 300,000 of them in battle. During the 100 Years' War or the 30 Years' War, one or the other, they slaughtered them.
But it's been a history of murder, mass murder of people.
Yeah.
That's what's kept the population down.
Same thing was true for Germany, too.
It's just terrible. Hitler's war killed 40 million people, 6 million Jews deliberately, and another 34 million people who got in the way, including millions of German soldiers, Russian soldiers.
The Germans lost 5 million, as I remember, and the Russians lost 20 million.
This is all because of the use of religion to try to conquer other people.
Yeah. Did you want anything else? I think we covered most of it.
I think we covered it all. I encourage people to read it.
You can order from here. I'll give you the order. Send a money order to Abelard Reichland Foundation, or Abelard Reichland, P.O. Box 5652D, Kent, Washington 98064. $17 is $15 for the booklet and $2 for mailing and handling.
Please send a money order. So we'll put the money orders through as quickly as we can pick them up at the
and we'll mail them off.
We'll
mail them off,
and we won't have to wait for the checks to clear.
Thank you very much.